O, poczekaj. Warning.
No,
Face flashing images. Zaczęła się FIFA.
tak jest. Ja jakoś
A
fanem
co ty
gier...
dzisiaj? Coś pijesz? Coś gramy potem, czy coś?
Zobaczymy, jak skończę streama. Bo prawdopodobnie wiem, że... Nie wiem, czy dzisiaj, czy jutro sobie pomontuję to, co mam z dzisiaj, zrenderuję i wrzucę, żeby było na bieżąco na YouTubie. Zapis z dzisiaj.
Now, if you caught the brand new trailer that dropped this morning, you already know that Volta Football is a new way to play, returning football to the streets.
Ewidentnie.
Tak jest.
FIFA
Ja dosyć się
to the
piję.
streets. You like that? All right, now for those of you who missed it, let's take a look. Give me a pass.
No ja tak naprawdę do 18:10 jeszcze na działce na grillu byłem. Także więc no.
Ale tu wódeczkę?
Nie, co ty? Piwerko było, tak to.
Jak coś to polecam. Ja kupiłem sobie kubek, kurwa, w tym... w Łysku. Gdyby nie był wieśniacki, bo to strasznie ze słomką, kurwa, do robienia drinków, kurwa. I czy, kurwa, zajebista sprawa. Dużo mniej się, kurwa, bo lepiej się wchłania jakoś.
O Jezus, jak laguje.
I co, FIFA 20 to będzie, kurwa, street
No
FIFA?
właśnie wygląda jak streetowa FIFA. Chyba, że po prostu dodadzą do FIFA 20 tryb właśnie streetowy. Że będzie jak po prostu większa gra, będzie jako tryb.
No bo w ósemce były te, kurwa, halówki jakieś takie.
No, ósemka.
No skurwysyn jebany, no.
Co się stało?
Kurwa, jak włączyłem sobie tego Black Opsa i kurwa dostałem, kurwa, w dupę, kurwa, dostaję na razie.
No bo ty grasz i oglądasz.
Tak.
No to ładnie.
Now, in a bit, I'm going to be chatting with Sam Rivera, the lead producer at FIFA 20, about some of the new gameplay features that are
No na
going to be
przykład w
coming
FIFA
to
98 też
20.
była halówka, wiesz.
We go across
Tym,
the
tego
pond.
potem już nie
Last
było
week,
nigdy
singer,
halówki.
songwriter, and Fulham footballer
W Fifie,
Coach Grimes
z tego co
caught
pamiętam.
up with some special
Nie, bo
guests
ja
to give us
właśnie
the
pamiętam,
details
że
on Volta
właśnie taka
Football
jak
and
tu
the
była
culture
pokazana
that
była w
inspired it.
Streetie.
Check it out.
I'm in London with Volta producer Jeff Antwi and Manchester United and England legend Rio Ferdinand to talk about a subject close to my heart, street football. Okay, so Rio, we're here in London, your hometown.
U ciebie też tak ten klatkuje?
What was your memories,
Nie, ja
experiences
sobie odpaliłem
growing up? Did you play a
tego
lot of it?
zmieściłem sobie na
This is
480,
this is
żeby
exactly what I've done day in, day out. In there, the ball
grać
never goes out of
normalnie.
play. Physically,
Nie no,
it's
bo
demanding.
czasami
You're
tak
forced to
klatkuje.
almost have a personality and show a personality in there. Do you know what I mean? The
There's
demands.
definitely no hiding in there,
Oh
is
no,
there?
you can't hide in there.
So I used to play in the street with all the boys, and it was kind of the same. You know, we'd learn how to bounce it off the curb and use the walls on people's houses as another player. What was it for you that made you want to bring it even into the game?
For us, it's a return to street football for the Fifa franchise, and we're really excited about being able to, be in places like this, where it's rooted
póki
in
co
real
jest
people,
mowa
real
tylko o
places.
tym, tak
Authenticity,
jakby trybie
creativity,
streetowy.
culture are all things that we wanted to bring.
Pytanie, czy to jest
to
właśnie
Volta.
jako...
Look at that guy's footwork.
Yeah, the footwork, it's amazing. That's what you can do in Volta.
Czy to będzie po prostu inna gra, czy to właśnie
So
będzie
you can do
z
like
gry
all these
bliskie,
bad
czy
tricks
co?
like this.
Well, just being able to be really skillful with the ball at your feet, whether it's a classic futsal drag or being able to play it off the wall to yourself to beat your opponent or flick it up over your head to create space for on goal.
Can you use like all the
Chyba dawno,
players from
kurwa.
like the professional
Znaczy to
teams?
byłoby fajne jako
Absolutely.
tryb.
So obviously with it being FIFA, we want to make sure that authenticity is at the forefront.
Może nie będą robić
And so
kampanii,
you
tylko
can
zrobią
play
właśnie
with
tryb
or against
streetowy.
the real players, all
No
the
bo
legends
jakby nie
players
patrzeć,
that
dwie
we have, all
ostatnie
legends
FIFA
clubs.
miały ten
You can
tryb
imagine
kampanii
playing,
i tam była...
Chelsea versus
ten.
Spurs in this
Było...
London.
co to było? Była kontynuacja, nie?
No. Więc może teraz zamiast tego, bo wiesz, oni wiesz, FIFA mają praktycznie zrobioną, tylko nowe składy, wszystko, bo to już tam co można zmieniać.
To zgadza się.
Where is there to play on the game?
So obviously with Volta, it's the world's game, and there's so many locations that you can play with, from a rooftop in Tokyo to a London cage like this, or even an underpass in Amsterdam. So we want to make sure that what we're building is real to the space, real to the people.
Well, where's the like craziest place you play football?
I was actually in a camp in LA, and I played a bit of soccer there, I've never played it there before. The pitches are a lot nicer than when I grew up playing in Liverpool. What about you, Rio?
Maybe in a favela in Brazil.
Nice.
I went to the World Cup in Brazil. My first one I did as a pundit. I managed to go into the favelas and have a little look.
Nie, Fifa Street to wam pograł. Znaczy ogólnie kiedyś lubiłem grać w FIFA.
A bit like here, but it's just
Znaczy
different
tak,
setting.
ja też swego czasu grałem,
We played whoever
ale
was
powiem ci,
there.
że tak najbardziej
So
to
you
mi
just
się
played
fajnie
with
grało
if there was 3v3,
w Ultimate
if it was
Team.
five aside,
I
no
składanie
problem.
swojego
So
składu i
What's
takie
great is
rzeczy.
that's Volta. Being able to play 3v3,
I kariera
4v4,
oczywiście.
5v5.
Ja to może robić za darmo?
Goalkeepers, playing without goalkeepers,
Swego
you know,
czasu
playing
grałem w
in
tego,
a cage like this, or
w
playing
Fifę.
futsal, you know, with more authentic rules.
Nie
I think
pamiętam jak się
Volta
nazywało.
does a really good job
Była
of
taka Fifa,
representing
która była
the
za
diversity
darmo
of the
i...
game, not only the people, but also
Ale
the
oni
game
ją,
style. You can treat the wall like
nie
your
wiem,
teammate,
zamknęli serwery.
capture it yourself, or you can be
I
really
powiem ci, że nie
skillful
było
with the
wcale
ball.
zła.
You know, like these guys are
Bo
being
praktycznie, bo to był tylko tak jakby ten Ultimate.
Volta
Nie
Football
wiem, że
is
lepiej
such
kurwa
a
wydawać
diverse
co roku
game,
tą
and
samą,
for millions of
kurwa
people
ludzie kupują.
around the world.
No zgadza się, no
Streets
jakby nie
is their
patrzeć,
stadium.
czasami się
So,
zmieni
for you
ten
guys, like,
silnik,
what are some of the
tak
fundamental
naprawdę to
things
nie
that
zmieniają
you take away from the streets, and what translates to the stadium?
składy, dodają
Small-sided
tych,
games, free versus free, five sides. I grew
nowych,
up in this environment. I think it
co nowych
enables you
piłkarzy
definitely to be able to
zmieniają
deal with people
stawki,
1v1.
karty,
In a game in a
pierdoły.
stadium,
Tak naprawdę to nie jest
thousands of
dużo
thousands of people, you're going to have to
roboty, tak mi się
deal with
zdaje.
someone 1v1 like this with
To
bigger
jest tak
spaces.
naprawdę
So you getting used to that in this type of
cały czas
environment is,
tak
I think, for a
jakby
young player,
DLC do
is key.
poprzedniej
Having a
gry.
personality, not being afraid to try something
Jeszcze się
new,
zastanawiam, czemu
yeah.
przed oni
And
kurwa nie
obviously,
idą w
you
taki
know,
sposób,
eventually
bo
you
jak
can
takie
go
coś
and
by
put it
było,
onto
to
the big
nagrałem pewnie
stage. So I
kupował,
think
mówisz,
this
bo
is
jedna
like,
FIFA
yeah,
i
you
tylko
go and
co ten jakiś
express
season
yourself.
pass
I think
wprowadzali.
definitely the word,
No
that
jakby
key
nie
word,
patrzeć,
express.
takie
If you can express yourself, you see the best in everyone. I think individually, as a team.
You know, street football is, for a lot of people, it's foundational.
Bo to tak naprawdę wziąć,
When it
usiąść kurwa na
translates
rok,
to,
pograć
you
i
know, the
kurwa potem
stadiums.
zostaje.
For Volta, that's
Chociaż
kind
bo się
of
znudzi.
how we built the gameplay experience, and so we're really
To by się
excited about
znudziło.
what we can, you know, represent and being able to represent the flair and the style that you guys just talked about.
I think a lot of people as well used to always associate like skills and flair without the end product. I think that's what's great about this game is that end product's always king.
What I really want to know is, can you create female players?
Absolutely, I think that's one of the biggest innovations. You can play male
Aha,
or female, and they play with
okay.
each other as well.
Czyli
And that's
teraz
an
będą
important part of
kobitki.
what we're building.
When you go and play in there,
Czyli
not
tak
everyone
jakby
turns up in a pair of
kobitki
shorts,
będą mogli grać z
can we have like
mężczyznami.
jeans like cut downs that I've got, or
You can have,
tego,
you
co
know,
rozumiem.
t-shirts and shorts, so you can have jeans
Czyli FIFA
and
20
long sleeves.
będzie streetową
Again,
FIFA?
a big thing for us is, you know,
Znaczy,
being able to
póki co to
establish
nie
the
wiadomo,
culture that is
co teraz
street football
pokazują.
through
Gdzie
clothing,
będzie
through how
właśnie
you
FIFA
look,
20,
personal
czy co to
style. You
będzie.
can have short
Na
hair,
razie to
long
jest
hair.
nazwane
You can have
Volta,
tattoos, no
ale
tattoos.
czy
You
przez
can
przypadkiem
play
to,
with
to, to,
trainers.
to co oni
a lot
pokazują,
of the
to się
time as
nie
well is
nazywa Volta.
like it's not only
Nie wiem, ja nie
you
jestem
wanna look good, you wanna
doinformowany,
feel good,
nie
play
robię
good.
researchu.
In some of it's superstition, like it's all of that all in one. If you can get that into a game and transfer that and translate that into the cage, you got it made.
That's a big part of Volta Football.
Volta
being
Football,
able
tak się
to
nazywa?
represent
No
the
na to
people
wychodzi.
as they are. You know, we want it to be authentic. We want it to be diverse. You know, we want it to be cultural and creative, and a lot of that is, you know, how you equip yourself and how you carry yourself and how you represent yourself in the game.
Jeff,
Znaczy to
thank
było
you
bardzo
so much,
sympatyczne,
Rio.
żeby
It's
każdy
been a
sobie
pleasure.
zrobił kurwa
I can't
drużynę.
wait to play Volta, so I'll see it in the cage.
Well, there you have it. Volta Football. Pretty cool stuff there. Now, I can't wait to get
Czyli
my hands
Volta.
on it later this summer. But to talk to us about the exciting new
Ale dalej nie
gameplay
wiem, czy to
updates and
jest jakaś
innovations
osobna
that are
gra, czy
coming
co to jest?
to FIFA 20, we have FIFA lead gameplay producer Sam Rivera here standing by. Sam, welcome.
Thanks, Alex. It's great to
Let's
be
give
here.
it up. Give it up for Sam.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. All right. All right. Pleasure to have you here, my friend. Now, here's the deal. I knew this coming into this. When they asked me to do this gig, I was like, listen, this is going to be a tricky one, right? Because FIFA has a very passionate community. I know this. I experienced this firsthand when I hosted that FUT Champions Cup. And you and I, we talked a lot about how important it's been for you to engage with the audience, with the fans, with the community on FIFA 20's development. So why don't we dive into that? Tell me
Zaraz,
about that
kurwa, jest
process
koniec
and how the
sezonu.
community played a role in making this game
Black
a
Ops.
reality for you all.
No.
Absolutely. Community feedback is a big deal for us. The combination of community feedback and football itself is what inspires us every year
No to co
to
roku jest
keep
napisane,
innovating
masz
and to create the
ile
most
zrobić poziomów?
authentic and fun experience we can. And we
Ale
know we have a
poziom...
big community,
Znaczy,
so
wiesz
this
co,
year we
wczoraj chyba
actually talked
miałem
to over
tego, jakąś
3,000
wiadomość,
players. From
że
pro
skończyłem
players to new
przepustkę, czy
players,
coś
casual
takiego.
players, hardcore
No to
players.
50 poziomów,
And
tak?
because
Masz?
we know this
No.
is a two-way conversation, we released an important pitch notes
I teraz
article
tylko
at the
skrzynki
end
się
of May,
dostaje.
where we explain a little bit
level,
more
nie?
about how we approach community feedback.
Tak.
So
No,
we
no,
listen to
super.
things like shooting inconsistencies or AI defending. And this feedback, together with our drive to create a more authentic football experience, led us to develop a new feature set that comes together as football intelligence.
Okay. All right. So catchphrases are all well and good,
Yeah.
right? But let's dive into this, right? Because I want to be able to dive deeper into what all this means for the player. What does football intelligence mean for the folks that are going to be playing in the few
Powiedz coś.
months?
Sure, football intelligence
Yeah.
is a combination of features that improve the three main components of the match: on the ball, off the ball, and the ball itself. And this year we're innovating in those three areas. On the ball, we're enhancing the one-on-one moments by giving you new attacking and defending tools. Off the ball, with a re-architected game flow, we're giving players more time and space on the ball. And for the ball itself, we have a brand new ball physics system that elevates the authenticity on every touch.
Okay. So you mentioned off the ball first. That's something that, I'm assuming you're talking about computer control players there. And this is a big topic within the community.
I know.
How those players interact with you when you're playing the game. So, yeah, I mean, what is off the ball? What does that mean for us?
Yes, so off the ball, if there's something that is really going to change how the game plays,
Okay.
is the re-architected game flow. This new game flow was designed to give more time and space to the dribbler and create more one-on-ones. A one-on-one is one of the most interesting parts
Yeah.
of football to watch or to play if you actually play the sport. And in FIFA, it's going to be the time where user skill is going to make a difference. And while we're creating more one-on-ones, we're also encouraging more user control defending, and we are reducing the amount of AI defensive support that you get from your teammates.
Okay, all right. So you really want to like influence the player to be engaged in that
Exactly.
process. And I know it seems like we're kind of just like throwing questions out here, but because I'm curious, I'm really interested, right? When I have a controller in my hand, what does this feel like? What extra space is being created with this more player-controlled approach?
Yes, first of all, the re-architected game flow allows us to encourage smart technical build-up based on skill. So when you score a goal, you feel like you really worked for it. And because you mentioned space, yes, spacing is
Czyli
actually one of
poprawiają
the
cały
biggest
czas
benefits of this
fizykę
system.
gry,
You will see
cały
how your
czas
teammates
ruchy i
spread
inne
around the
takie
pitch in a
rzeczy.
more authentic way, allowing you to
Może jest w
read
sumie
the game better
spoko.
and also giving you new ways for you to create your own scoring chances. And visually, just the game looks much more like real football.
Yeah. So my AI teammates are going to be way more helpful
w sumie
for me
facet
because Lord knows I need that.
powiedział,
All right, which I think
dążyć do
a
tego,
lot of us
żeby,
feel the struggle
żeby
there.
gra wyglądała
But
w
now,
sumie
what
tak,
about the
jak
player, me,
wygląda
right? As I'm
in real
playing this
life.
game, what new tools do I have that I can put out there on the pitch?
Yes, so football is all about the decisive moments on the ball. And now that we're encouraging those moments, we're also giving players the tools to make sure those moments are in their control.
Okay.
So there's 4 features that I want to talk about: composed finishing, strafe dribbling, control tackling, and the new penalty kicks and free kicks.
All right, so 4 big topics.
Yeah.
Let's just dive into this. Composed finishing, what do you mean by that?
Sure. We received feedback from the community regarding the difficulty to finish in front of goal.
Okay.
So in FIFA 20, with the new composed finishing, you're going to experience more clinical and consistent shooting when you're in a one-on-one with the keeper, for example. And if you try a more difficult shot,
Czyli
let's say a
poprawiają
volley
1 na
from
1.
outside of the box, then you're going to have more chances to miss. So overall, we are improving the fundamentals of shooting to provide a more authentic experience. And we also listen to feedback about time finishing. And we are very confident that the changes that I just mentioned to the fundamentals of shooting, in addition to some tweaks that we're doing to the actual time finishing mechanic, are going to give you a more satisfying shooting experience, whether you time your shot or not. We are actually just releasing another pitch notes article about this topic. If you want to know more information, you can check it online.
Okay, so a whole topic just on this
Just on
alone, which is very dedicated there. Now, you also mentioned another attacking tool, which was strafe dribbling.
Yeah.
So how is this now going to play a role in how I play out
Yeah,
there?
good question. So we are reinventing the straight
znam się, nie
dribbling
gram.
mechanic.
Okay.
This tool
Nie
has
mam.
more
Zarobiony
dimension in
jestem.
attack,
Tak,
giving
zarobiony
you more
jestem.
control, more
I weź
precise
tu
and agile
człowieku coś
control of the
powiedz
ball
a
when
propos
dribbling.
tego.
And I would say
Co
this
ja
tool
widzę,
is
co ja
great to
słyszę?
lure your opponent in, and then when he's getting closer, use your
Jakieś
player's
taktyczne
agility,
rzeczy.
speed, and skill to beat
Cały
that
czas
defender.
od
So if it wasn't
community
any
biorą
indication,
info, co by
though,
tu poprawić,
you know,
co by tu
I'm going to
zmienić,
be on defense
co
quite
by
a bit.
polepszyć.
So
We'll see.
because of that, as a defender now,
Yeah.
we're continuing to just run through these tools, these new gameplay additions that are coming.
Ale szczerze
What about on
mówiąc,
the defensive front?
Yes, to
bardzo
counter the attacking tools,
dobrym
we also need to bring some innovation
wyjściem
into
jest to,
defending.
że
The new
właśnie
control
dystrybutor
tackling
albo,
system, which
albo
uses the
twórcy gier
sophistication
słuchają
from the active
community,
touch
bo jakby
system
nie
from
patrzeć,
last year, is
community
going
to
to
jest,
improve
jakby
your
nie
player's
patrzeć
tackling
w
ability to ensure you
ten
win
cel
possession
docelowy
back more
gry, nie?
often than
Tak.
ever when you
No,
tackle
cel
in the right
docelowy,
context.
polskiej
Okay, then
trudniej.
Dokładnie.
Intense,
Ile jest gier, gdzie
nerve-wracking
na to się
moment
nie patrzy.
in any game of
No
FIFA.
tak,
Me and my
bo
boy Rob,
gdyby-
we went. This is
Czy
a
jakby nie
everyday
patrzę
thing for
te
us.
forum,
Penalty
czy
kicks.
Reddit sam,
What changes are you making to penalty
daje
kicks?
We have
tyle
brand new
informacji,
penalty
tyle,
kicks and free
tyle,
kick systems.
Okay.
So
tyle
first of all, the
rzeczy o
aiming
bugach,
mechanics are
o różnych
completely different
pomysłach,
and more
o tym,
accessible,
co jest
but obviously
źle,
we're
co jest
keeping some
dobrze,
elements
można
of
się
skill
dowiedzieć.
in there to make sure there's
Cho-
enough depth in
chociażby,
the
nie
mechanics
wiem,
for
to
those that
co
want to
jest
be masters on those systems.
o
And for
Apexie
example,
na
in free
Reddicie.
kicks, you're going
Jak
to have
swego
full
czasu
control of the
tylko
spin
grałem
that
w
you apply
Apexa,
to the
no
ball.
to
And that's going to
Jestem
change
ciekaw,
trajectory.
czy
So you
kurwa
can
zaczną,
do
bo to też
side
powiedzieli, że
spin,
kurwa nie
top
będą kurwa
spin,
tak
no
często
spin,
robić
or a
tego, a powinni
combination of
kurwa.
them. And that's going to
Ale
be
mówisz
based
o
on
czym?
how you swing
W
your
Apexie
right
właśnie,
stick.
że
And
wiesz,
then you will see the
Fortnite,
trajectory,
powiesz
so
tam,
you can
kurwa,
go
no-
around the wall, you
tak,
can go
ale
over the wall, you can do a
jeżeli
knuckle
chodzi o
shot, for
Fortnite'a, to
example.
oni tam,
Ultimately, these systems are
tam pracownicy
more,
robią praktycznie
they're more
18
fun when you
godzin
have more
dziennie.
control, so that you feel like it's more
Więc
rewarding.
oni,
And
oni nie
you
mają
basically
czasu
you
na,
swing your
na,
right stick and then you see the
nic,
trajectory being
bo oni
created,
tak
and
naprawdę
that's the
wypuszczają
cool part.
co
For
parę
like us,
dni
FPS
jakieś
gamers
tam
out there, maybe that's something
nowe
that
rzeczy
I can actually be
wypuszczają,
good at,
nowe,
you know, like
Exactly.
with the right stick. That's awesome. All right, so
update'y są.
on the ball,
I
talk
wiesz,
off the
jak,
ball,
jak tylko
put the ball.
przejmujesz się, że
That is the
fajnie
most
gra, o
essential
fajnie
part
wypuścili
of
coś
the
nowego,
game.
coś się dzieje
So
cały czas,
what's
nie?
new with the ball?
Ale z drugiej
We have a
strony
brand
patrząc,
new ball physics
ci
system,
twórcy,
and the
którzy to
ball is at
robią,
the
no to
center
oni
of every match.
cały
And the
czas,
innovation
oni
that
to
we're bringing to the ball
praktycznie
this year just gives you more
cały
authentic
dzień
experience
spędzają,
in
żeby
general.
to
So we
było, nie?
rewrote how the ball
Przecież
behaves
to jest
in
tak
every
męczenie
ball
człowieka,
contact, on
że
every bounce, on every interaction,
To
and
prawda.
how spin affects the trajectory of a shot, pass, or cross. So what you
Więc
will
no.
see is more realistic player deflections,
No i wracając do tego
more
Reddita,
realistic
no
bounces, and if you do a shot, let's say a finesse
na
shot,
ten,
you will see maybe more
na
curve.
tym
If you
przykład,
do a
co
lace shot,
wspomniałem o tym
you will see
Apexie,
like
no
a
to
dipping
cały
trajectory, a
czas
rising
twórcy
trajectory. There's more
się gadają z
variety in general.
community,
So
co
the
tam
entire FIFA
może być.
experience feels fresh because of
Wypuszczali
this new
Yeah.
ball
praktycznie
physics.
codziennie właśnie jakieś krótkie notki, jaki jest progres, nie wiem, jakichś update'ów, jakichś poprawienia bugów, poprawienia balansu, więc jakby nie patrzeć, ta komunikacja jest bardzo ważna, bo raz, że oni dają, że twórcy dają graczom fan i po prostu ich słuchają, a z drugiej strony community mówi, co jest źle, co jest dobrze, co mogą poprawić, co mogą dodać, nie?
No dokładnie.
Dają po prostu pomysły. Jakby nie patrzeć, community, darmowy pracownik, który jest celem głównym danego programu, danej gry.
Let's say La Croqueta, we're adding new ones, or if you like to chain multiple skill moves in a row, then you will get a more realistic outcome. We're working on those.
So you're telling me that text can't like bust out like 3 elasticals at the same time?
We'll see.
Kurwa się
You will see
wjebałem.
new behaviors there.
Text will still find a way. Text will still find a way. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Now, when can players get their hands on FIFA 20?
So it's going to be September 27th.
A ty potem,
And there's some
ty
good
potem
news.
biedy Maksiu
You
musisz
have
mnie...
EA access. You
Tak,
can subscribe to EA access. You
tak,
can get
wiem. Właśnie mówić, że
hands-on on September
za dużo
19th.
Marcinku
Wow, okay.
przeciwko
And then, of
stawiasz
course,
w swoich
you know,
wypowiedziach.
EA access coming to PS4.
Exactly, that's good news. So PS4 fans will also be able to play FIFA September
Tak,
19th.
Nie
All
prywatnie.
right, look at that
Nie
there.
jesteśmy
And of course, all
prywatni.
those details can be found online, so
To,
don't forget
to
about
jest
that. It
teraz
is
na żywo i będzie
a hot day out here.
na
We're
YouTube.
talking FIFA. I've been having a blast. And Sam, thank you so much, man.
thank
Guys, give it
you.
up for Sam Rivera once again.
Thank you, thank you.
Awesome stuff. Now don't
No,
forget,
i minęło 20 minut prezentacji Fify.
Try Fifa 20 for yourself, or
I
come
nic
watch
o
a
Fifie
great
20
street football
jakoś
competition at our
tak
custom
nic
Volta
nie
pitch.
pokazali
Keep
zbyt
an
Co,
eye
też
out
zaraz
because the
będzie.
Fifa team has a lot more to come between now and September. They'll be posting
Znaczy,
deep dives on the
powiedzieli
Pitch Notes
teoretycznie,
platform.
co
You
zmienili,
get
co
more info
dodali,
on gameplay,
ale tak,
career
tak
mode,
jakoś
pro clubs,
no teraz
Volta,
pokazali.
and because we all
Czyli
know you
Volta
want to talk
będzie
about it,
osobną
FIFA
grą.
Ultimate Team. Keep an eye
Z
out
tego
for
co
those.
patrzę.
I'm Golden Boy. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.
Okej. To co my teraz